thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with names being released in that Aiken County murder-suicide we told you about earlier tonight. News Channel 6's Margaret Ann Carter has spent the evening in Aiken County. She's back now and joins us with the details.
Jenny, the Aiken County coroner is confirming the names of the two people found dead today at 231 Holly Pond Road. 59-year-old William Russell Body shot and killed 56-year-old Wendy Ray Bogard before turning the gun on himself. Both victims died from a single gunshot wound. Officials say Bogard was the owner of the home and leaves behind a dog and horses.
The caller was telling us about this address, 231 Holly Pond Road, that there was a person they was on the phone with who stated that someone was deceased and they was planning on harming themselves.
And responding to this particular crime scene within minutes was the New Holland Fire Department from their new location. We've been following this story from the very beginning when the fire department was forced to move out of their headquarters in October after the historic South Carolina flooding. This week they were finally able to make their temporary home a permanent one.
This was where we needed to be.
This abandoned office building, once owned by the Aiken County Public School District, is now the new home to 23 volunteer firefighters. New Holland Fire Chief Dennis Jackson has been fighting to gain ownership of this piece of property for months.
Has it been a challenging process to get this?
Oh, absolutely. We've been to technically 4 board meetings. I made a bunch of phone calls. I'm sure some of the people with the school board and the school system are tired of me calling them.
In October, their station was destroyed by the flood, but looking back on it, Jackson calls it a blessing in disguise.
We're 2.4 miles from the interstate. That makes a big difference. It also takes some people that have not been within the 5-mile radius, and now it puts them within that 5 miles.
Which makes a big difference with homeowners insurance. He also plans to make this building into a training facility for future firefighters.
I used to do a little CPR first aid training in the community for people around the community that need it. We're going to get back to doing that.
But these empty rooms and white walls won't be around for much longer because Jackson plans to get right to work.
I've been fighting fire for 26 years, and this is probably going to be one of the nicest stations I've been in. I was with Wagner when we built the station in Wagner, and this will be state of the art when we get done.
Jackson hopes to have everything refurnished by April. Back to you, Jenny.